No, you did,
Team
but I'm
Peps.
just taking the piss.
There you go. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Metaboiz. What do you guys got?
All right, well, Metaboiz, I think you're looking at the DPS lineup that really makes this roster stand out as one of the top teams in EMEA finding themselves in this group stage. Fake Jake, ICAV, both been able to have these big hero performances for this team, but is it going to be enough for them to actually have these individual pop-off moments when we know that a lot of the team play is centered around being able to play together? And so, Jack, I think that's why I look at this Team Peps roster. I think that they actually have the team synergy down.
Yeah, I mean, this is a retooled Peps after Gaming Gladiators. Saw Crocs play a little bit Hog the other day. I mean, FD God, Zerion, a lot of like known quantities for Team Peps. We'll have to wait and see if they can kind of rekindle the kind of full French squad as well. It's exciting to see another like full nationality squad, which is always nice, but can they actually take it to Metaboiz? Metaboiz did come in through the Swiss, of course, but Team Peps came in at a 3rd place.
Yeah.
And I think the audience kind of agree with us.
Yep.
Peps, 78% to 22, like favoring the French team.
Do you guys also agree with the viewer predictions? Do you guys feel like it's going to be Peps?
Yeah. It should be. I'd probably give Metaboiz a map here. Maybe 2. I mean, depends how it goes, but you'd imagine Peps win here. Like, just put, like, value bettors, betting on the 22%. I don't know about that. Value prediction, not great, but, you know, if you're in single digits, then it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out soon enough. We'll jump right into the match. Rose and Jack, take it away.
Thanks, Danny.
He's the best. There we go. Lijiang Tower was our first map. Peps and Metaboiz in an elimination game to try and make it through their Group B. Of course, Virtus.pro have already made it. It is one-man army waiting for either one of these squads. A one-man army, nothing to scoff at. They are absolute beasts at the video game, although it was a very close affair against Team Peps. Again, it is. I like the GSL group bracket stage because it does give a chance for a little bit of revenge. One-man army denying that reverse sweep against Peps. Going all the way to Watchpoint Gibraltar. Did end up watching that series, and we saw FD got on Lifeweaver of all picks, which rather unconventional in this current meta, but we'll see if Team Peps have got anything sneaky they're going to pull out in this series, because their life is on the line.
Oh, I definitely didn't like that Lifeweaver. If it's not Rack Attack, I don't want it. I'm not gonna lie. It's Rack Attack or bust on the Lifeweaver.
He's kind of the beast. Peps are on the left-hand side, Metaboiz on the right-hand side. We'll get those flipped over for you in just a moment. So we see some TPs out of the spawn as we see Crocs.
Crocs is on Hog.
He's on the Hog again.
Crocs is so fun to watch as a tank player because I feel like you never know what you're gonna get. It's a box of chocolates, but is it gonna be the Roadhog, or is it gonna be something like the Diva or the Orisa? Crocs can basically play everything, and it's the Roadhog that's always been really interesting.
So drag hook there onto central path. Points unlocked. Crocs taking no damage. Looking like an Orisa out there, in all honesty. Back with a nice kill onto an Orisa. Speaking of which, Team Peps cap.
Yeah, Peps are gonna get the cap here, and another one for Crocs in the strong right hook. That we're gonna see here is Metaboiz. Ooh, see, you got the Mei, you've got the Ashe, like just this kind of stock standard meta composition, but how do you deal with this Roadhog who has the ability to hook you off into oblivion? You've also got Stelios that's on the Echo, and I think that adds another layer of difficulty for this Metaboiz roster.
Yeah, Echo, still such a ridiculous pick in all honesty. Oh, yeah, oh my word. Nice CC there, coming out from the Orisa. Blizzard used straight on top of that Orbital Ray, but the Orbital Ray is going to swiftly leave the point, and the rest of Metaboiz are going to follow it. Down barrier comes in for FD God, as Team Peps trying to keep this fight going. Even a duplication too, they're holding on to this one. FD God does end up going down, but Fake Jake falling, so less point presence now for Metaboiz. Even a Terror Surge coming through. Bit of an overextension there, I think, from Zerion using that ult at the very end, but Team Peps still in control.
And with Crocs on the Doomfist. Hell yeah. I mean, it's a very fast rollout. He's back very quickly.
Yeah.
This is great. No, Rissa,
Yeah, Rissa,
Ramattra, that's meta? Who cares? I'm gonna play
You're
the
gonna
Doomfist.
die. Yeah, you are dead. I think the Doomfist gets maybe half a point of damage in with a punch. Could hit an Ajax though on JCB. Or GCB even. Soundbarrier comes in, speaking of which. Well, from ICAP as well, available in just a moment. Sets Crocs ablaze for a time being. But yep, needs to probably turn around a little bit quicker than that. Doomfist getting a lot more done than I thought he initially would, to be fair, but can't count out Crocs just yet. Does end up getting destroyed, however, by that javelin from the Orisa as Metaboiz find that flip at 99. Team Peps, though, still willing to fight this one as with Central Japan going down, it's a bit easier to control this point, especially with the Blizzard. Pack can just kind of step up without fear of anything, really, to be honest with you. And there it is, the ice block straight into the Blizzard. It's Fake Jake with a nice wall to get out of there, but will it be enough?
Well, you got Central Japan coming back here on the Diva, so it's gonna be a pretty even fight until Crocs.
By
Out of
GCB.
nowhere.
GCB punched off the map. I heard the Lucio voice line there. Meteor Strike coming in for Crocs. Slams back down to Earth, spotting the Ash. Gets back to the point, needs some desperate healing, and receives it. Bob deployed and instantly killed as the Blizzard comes in from Fake Jake, but quickly dealt with by Stelios. Been really good on the Echo so far, just continues the streak. And with a duplication coming up in just a moment, Team Pep sustain power. It's almost at 100%, but it's unfortunate FD God ends up going down with that ultimate available to him.
But now you have the orbital ray to go back in this big open area, so it should be a really easy team fight for Team Peps to get back in and just be able to make good value out of that orbital ray. Oh, it's gonna be the duplicate
ray.
first too, though.
And the dupe, but Zerion actually ends up going down. A quick D-suit there onto the copy Diva. Looks like there's size return to Cav. Crocs does end up finishing the kill as the remake comes in on the dupe. Crocs, though, frozen in place almost there, slowed down to a halt by the left clicks of Fake Jake. And this is going to be a reset here from Team Peps. Both the dupe and the orbital ray rose getting nada.
And now we're going to see some pretty big switch-ups here as Team Peps are looking at the final fight of this first round. Crocs going over to the Orisa and then Stelios over to the Tracer. But Fake Jake just punches him in the face.
Yeah.
There's no touch here from that Tracer now.
Yeah, they can wall over and go for the jump, but they're just going to get booped. FT God is back, though. He's actually in the back line right now, a little secret agent kind of guy. Oh, ooh, FT God. Oh, I didn't think he had an extra jump there, but it's all good. ICAB puts him to rest pretty quickly. Didn't even get the Mega Pack, I don't think. Sound Barrier comes in too. ICAB with a second. Metaboiz turning this one around. Team Peps had 99% on the board, but Metaboiz prevail in the face of the RNG tank pick from Crocs as Team Peps end up going down in the first round.
All right, maybe Doomfist wasn't it.
I mean, it got good work done. They just couldn't get a cohesive fight going.
I know. I think that was the issue. Is like the Doomfist, yes, it was able to get those big eliminations, get a couple of picks here and there. But at the end of the day, it didn't necessarily have the same team-oriented mindset that you play around than something like the Orisa or even the Roadhog, honestly. So we're gonna actually see the Orisa potentially get hovered here for this next round, going to market. I like this a lot better. I also think Crocs is also very good at Orisa. So while the Roadhog is very fun, really funny, I think the Orisa makes a lot more sense here for Team Peps to sort of buckle down and get a little serious when it comes down to this elimination match.
Yeah, exactly. Who needs seriousness though when you can play Hog?
That is true.
Yeah. Thoughts on that? All right, Crocs. Show us what you got. There you go. There's the spear. And there's the insta-kill onto ICAB. ICAB not rotating as quick as he'd like there as Metaboiz lose their Ash player. Now Crocs going super aggro on the point. That's what you need to do in the Orisa matchup, to be fair. Just get really aggro, get up in their face, force these CDs. Good little spear there again, and boop off the map. Doesn't matter if you're fortified, I'm still going to boop you off. All right, no more messing around for Crocs. He's here, and he means business. Oh, what a spear too. Okay, Crocs. Okay.
Okay. All right, bring out the Orisa or the Roadhog any day. We're here for it.
No,
I'm just already gonna have Terror. No Roadhog.
Stick on the Orisa, stick on the Orisa.
All right, stick on the Orisa. I mean, Crocs got Terror Surge already.
Exactly.
That is just how much work he's put into this first fight already. It's gonna be the first ultimate online in this round. That's crazy.
Oh, and he's found another target.
Oh, bye-bye.
Classic Orisa gameplay at the moment. He's just run to the back line until you get a kill. He's super low though, yeah. Punished finally. punished for playing Orisa and punished for his sins of running down ICAV in that previous fight. All right, Metaboiz make a quick rotation to the point. No real worry here about Crocs pinning it down. Although Fake Jake doesn't end up falling to Zerion to Kunai's. Central Japan is trying to kind of imitate Crocs as both those beams are going to be used on point, as well as that rush coming through from Team Peps. They lose both their supports, and ICAV just dominating on the Ashe.
Oh, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Like, yeah, I know that Stelios is able to even it up a little bit, but you still don't have Crocs. And so that was such a big commit there with the Kitsune Rush, and maybe the Orbital Ray makes sense. You saw Texel also use it. FD God gets a chance to respond to that in kind, but the Kitsune Rush would have been such a great engagement tool. And now Team Peps are in a similar scenario as what you found themselves in that round number 1, where Metaboiz have control, and they've got this Mei set up really well on this defense. Team Peps are going to have to try to find a way to actually break through this, and it's much better on the defense than it is on the attack.
GCB's got this ult to this sound barrier, but they're not going to need it. Little dynamite on top of that Terror Surge, and jobs are good in. All right, okay. Very quick team fight there from Metaboiz.
And where's Team Peps? Imagine how different that looks if you do have the rush, right? I know moving on to the next thing, they still have to contend with the sound barrier here from GCB, but where is this Terror Surge gonna go? Crocs has held on to this for 2 team fights now.
All right, Stelios just on the side there, tickling the Orisa to death, or trying to. Bob comes in, plants itself in the courtyard. You're gonna have to get out of there if you're Crocs right now, even with the Sinoon. Sinoon does take care of the Bob, but that's about it. Didn't really create too much space. Sound barrier available for GCB still. Pulse one going wide for Stelios there. That sound barrier to save Metaboiz. They're gonna put themselves on the point now, nearing OT. Texel does end up falling to Stelios eventually. Eventually killed. I can't keep himself alive for a time, but they're just burning as much as they possibly can from Team Peps. Although Team Peps with 2 support ultimates, and with the control of the point and only 90 on the board for Metaboiz, okay, their ult bank looking a little bit slim now.
It's just going to be the Orbital Ray. Might not be enough damage amp to actually help Metaboiz get any other ultimates online, unless ICAV and Fake Jake put on a great DPS carry performances. We know that they can. But Team Peps now have the Orbital Ray, at least to make sure that they've got even playing field with that, but it's going to be this Kitsune Rush. It'll feel really good to have as just an extra insurance policy.
All right, double Ray coming out, as well as that rush used from Team Peps. A whole lot of fire rate, a whole lot of damage, but it's still Zerion that goes down. Same with Stelios. Once again, Team Peps invest 2 support ultimates on top of each other and can't get the kills. A quick rotation for Metaboiz on the point. Now they're just waiting. Just waiting for Peps to try and touch. Good luck. Zerion and FD got to come back in just a moment, Rose, but that's about it. I mean, you got nothing in the tank. Maybe Stelios gets a pulse. Maybe they get a high noon, but it's looking pretty bad for Team Peps right now. High noon available. Terror Surge comes out, grabs a couple of people, but a quick cleanse from Zerion is going to stop the thing getting grabbed initially. Nice little Terror Surge there on the point. Okay, Zerion coming up with kills. Same with Pac. They eventually managed to stall this out long enough to get the important ults and get the important kills. Zerion with a twofer as well. As that Team Peps, they get control of that point, and now a team kill comes in. And despite the small fumble of the double support ultimate, Peps still on top. They come the point and the round.
Oh, but that doesn't bode well. If you are going to be using double support ultimates and it doesn't end up being a win for you, I think that that's something that you need to look at and think upon. It's like, what actually went wrong there? Because that should have been a team fight win for Team Peps. But like the positioning of it was really awkward. The fact that they layered both of them on top of each other and then Metaboiz just made that quick rotation meant that they couldn't really find value from either of those ultimates. Would have almost rather seen them use the Orbital Ray down that one door and then on an angle use Rush or something like that. You know? Or just wait on point and let them come to you.
Yeah, the rush is incredibly valuable on the point.
Right? I don't know. I didn't like that positioning. It's strange.
A small change here from Team Peps. Okay.
We have a Reinhardt.
Going Ryan Rush, no Juno.
Oh, it's the throw. It's just to show off the Transformer skin. Honestly,
So
not
true.
a bad call.
The mythic weapon sin, so true
Yeah.
as well. All right, FT Goals found one already. Fake Jake down on the Venture of all things too. Pretty surprising first pick for Team Peps, but you'll take that any day of the week. FT God looking like he wanted to chase ICAV there too.
All right, so Venture Genji No Mauga. It's like the kind of like the good old like all-in Mauga days, but it's going to be the Orisa instead in that tank position. GCB was on the Lucio, but gonna think better. Thought about the Ana. Gonna think better of it and go back to the Lucio. But yeah, still pretty all-in strategy with Orisa.
Probably. Yeah, nice little hypering usage as well. Oh my god. Tex almost got dominated there, 11 HP. Nice little spear onto Stellos for the time being. They're looking for a wall onto somebody. These fire strikes are hitting, though, for Crocs. Look at that. 92%. That's one fire strike away from getting an ult. Here comes the first ultimate, though, from Metaboiz. Can use that Ray coming through. That window. Not going to be able to use that, unfortunately, anymore. Zerion, as FD God falls prey to the Genji. And despite that shatter, Team Peps' support line is already dead. Well, that was supports, especially in this comp. There's no chance for you as ICAV cleans on up.
That's still 40% here for Team Peps. Zerion's going to switch over to the Moira, which is a very unique pick to have, I think. Right now, I think the FD God is way too close to actually being able to get the sound barrier that you don't want to give up the Lucio just yet. But maybe we do see FD God actually switch over to the Juno and take up that role once you end up coming back into things. But very brawly as this Reinhardt hits the Earth Shatter.
Hits the Earth Shatter on the solo Orisa there. Sound barrier comes out from FD God. There's a wall too. So a lot of ultimates invested just to make sure Fake Jake doesn't get value with his. FD does manage to lay the smackdown there on ICAV. Same with Fake Jake. Goes down to Crocs, point in control of Team Peps. And this is the spot that you want to be in with this comp. On defending the point on this little doorway with all these little turrets placed. This is exactly where you need to be.
Turrets, a coalescence also to just span down the midway. So we're going to see Metaboiz actually just disassociate from that. They don't want to go down that midway point unless they start to see some of these ultimates come out.
Me after broadcast, disassociating. ICAV, Texol falling over. This blizzard in the corridor, Rose. You just don't survive that at all.
Where'd the blade go? I kept Pep the blade and instantly died.
Yeah, you ain't killing anybody on this team with a blade. That is for certain. Well, I mean, maybe you eliminate Pack, but that's about it. Quick rotation here for Metaboiz. They need to make this fast. Straight through the server room.
They've got the support ults to do it, though.
This is very doable. Yeah, they're going to be able to touch as well. Here comes the Ray. Orbital Ray deployed. Team Peps with the disengage.
Wait till that expires and they get to go back in, but that's where GCP's sound barrier is going to come into play.
Now they're pushing the point. They're actually just let the point go as well, so Metaboiz in a good spot. Sound barrier comes in as well. Pack under a lot of stress and pressure. Crocs is alone on the point. In fact, the entirety of Team Peps are different sides of the map. One's on the point, one's in the spawn, one's in the bigger health pack. Finally, they are able to regroup with Stellos laying down some key shots. FD God 4% away from the sound barrier, can't go down just yet. Don't AJ, there we go. Okay, thank goodness. FD God stays alive for at least a brief moment there. It's going to be able to come back with sound barrier in just a moment as Metaboiz still controlled this point. Crocs now has got a bigger shield to work with. This wall deployed by Pack, holding on to this shadow as well, but it's been tough for them to actually lock any of Metaboiz down. Finally there, the kills come in, and FD God returns with a beat. Now Hammer's going to hit the floor as well, as Fake Jake tries to unearth the rest of Team Peps, who have managed to find that flip. A scrappy affair, a 4-minute fight, an absolute slobber knocker of one, as Team Peps eventually win it and claim the point and the map. As Metaboiz now to try and deal with this coalescence getting back. I don't think it's going to happen though, Rose. I think this is just about it. Team Peps get Lijiang Tower.
That is it. That's all she wrote. Control center. Who would have thought? From we know it's Crocs at this point. Pulled up the Roadhog, Doomfist, Orisa, and Reinhardt. That is more variety that we've seen in this tank position than any of our matches before that. And we even had a Wrecking Ball in our last one.
Yeah, he loves the H key, does Crocs. A little bit of change up. I like that. I mean, hey, go into something that's a little bit more conventional on that point. Apart from, well, I guess conventional previously to Juno, but more like Juno play now with the Reinhardt. But hey, if you made it work with the BAP and the Moira, like, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, May and Sim, pretty classic for that round. And Peps get it done. They get it done in 3, and Metaboiz end up going down those final few moments. moments. If Fake Jake, if he didn't have to deal with that giant symbol, maybe it would have been a different story. That Venture does a lot of damage whenever he's grouped up like that. As we jump to some highlights from that rather entertaining first map of this game.
This is great. Give me more of this. I want to see more mystery heroes from Crocs. I want to see if we can get the full slate of tanks in. We actually might. For today in EMEA, we might be able to get every tank. I feel like Zarya might be the hardest one to actually see come to fruition.
Zarya and Sigma are the only tanks that have not been picked yet, so...
Yeah.
And Circuit's not in the pool either, so I don't think we're going to see... I mean, maybe. I mean, if Croc's in the lobby, sure, he can play whatever, but... The likelihood of that is pretty slim. I can't believe we saw Moira. I mean, when Juno's available too.
Wow, throwback.
Yeah.
But it made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, I still would prefer the Juno, I'll say. It's definitely a better pick at the moment.
I thought that FD God would have switched to Juno after using something like the Sound Barrier. If they felt like the Juno might be a little bit better there, I think the Moira makes a lot of sense. Maybe you were worried about trying to nail down Texal or Fake Jake or even just ICAV if ICAV is going to be on the Tracer. Moira's grasp is not so bad.
Dog fight. Look at that.
This was so close.
Pretty similar stats across the board. Healing and damage done pretty similar. Deaths 43 to 47, 1 KD to 0.9. Both teams got that dog in them.
This is the closest map we've seen out of any of our maps so far in EMEA.
100%. Going through rounds, not too surprising there to see those stats being quite high, but yeah, now Metaboiz get their chance to pick. Okay, where do you think we're going? I mean, they seem to be pretty happy with running close to like what the meta we expected it to be with the May, and then you know, even Venture coming out from a Fake Jake, but you know, perma running Juno makes the most sense to me as well. I mean, we could do, yeah. I mean, they ended up going down. How they got here was just going down to VP, like 3-0, right? Okay, VP, and they didn't actually end up getting a point. They played Lijiang Tower, Watchpoint, Gibraltar, and New York City. They didn't get a single point on either of those maps. So they've got 1 point, so that's more than they've done. That's technically, I guess, an infinite increase because there's no number to start off with, but I will say 100% increase. I mean, Peps, they went to Kings Row, Esperanza, New York City, and Watchpoint, Gibraltar in their games against one-man army. So I have to wait and see what they want to pick.
Whoa!
Throne of Anubis. Okay, so we're going to Clash. We've on the main broadcast at the very least, we've only seen Hanaoka in EU so far. So we're seeing our first Throne of Anubis on the main stream.
Very exciting. All right, so we're kind of even now on clashes picked, because even off stream on Friday we had 1 Throne of Anubis and 1 Hanaoka. I'm excited we get a chance to see Throne of Anubis. It's so weird to look at this map and just all you see is Temple of Anubis everywhere you look.
Temple of Anubis. Do we want Temple of Anubis back? I'm not sure.
I kind of miss that map. Am I crazy?
Yes. I didn't
like Hanamura, but I liked Temple of Anubis.
Oh, that's a hot take. I think Hanamura is the better of the 2CP maps, the assault maps.
I thought second point Hanamura was like impossible.
Oh, that's a...
It was more impossible
that is
for me than Throne of Anubis.
Spicy take, I will say. I think Hanamura was probably the best out of all those. The only... Temple of Anubis did have its quirks. When Doomfist wants DPS, you could diag punch on, if you were like attacking in the last point, you could diag punch across the walls, which was really cool. But yeah, and there's also the ever so famous color hex on Torb photo from the Overwatch League when he was playing Boston Uprising. One of my favorite photos of all time from Al. Just him on Torb in the corridor of not Throne of Anubis, Temple of Anubis. Oh my god, I better not say Temple, I mean Throne.
We're on Throne of Anubis.
We're on
Let's
Throne.
go.
It begins with T, why do they do that to me? All right, we're getting back into the game. Enough about ancient history. Crocs on the Queen.
Okay, so we've got another one.
5th hero of the day.
Oh, just you wait. We are gonna see the Zarya or the Sigma, one of them.
He's a vibes player. Absolute vibes player. All right, ICAP dead to pack. Nice high ground control here. That's really nice, taking that away from the enemy team. If you can take that little jump pad. Good wall too from Stelios.
No escaping.
absolute vibes from Crocs right now. Unreal.
Well, you push so far up because you know you're going to capture this first point. That you really don't have a choice if you were Metaboiz except to back up here and try your hand at this next clash point. But here we go to point D. As a reminder to people who haven't really seen Clash yet, you get a chance to capture this middle objective and then it starts to move forward towards your enemy's spawn. You end up winning that one out, so we'll go to D and then E could be 3 points. Good to see that.
Yeah, each check mark on the last point is worth each checkpoint on the last point, E or A, they are worth an extra point for yourself. Of course, Peps have one already on the board. Metaboiz almost capping. They're going to be able to touch, though. Good wall. That's actually going to stop Crocs getting a lot of healing. Luckily, though, Juno's got a lot of mobility. GCB already down. Same with Centralapan. It's Metaboiz. If they lose this, they are fighting for this last point. And normally the games do end up ping-ponging, right? So it's normally the case of okay, you win the mid fight, the defenders then win this one, and then it kind of ping-pongs. But we have seen a very quick Hanaoka game that we had yesterday.
It was 5-1.
It was an extremely quick cap, yeah. A lot of ticks were gained on that last point. There is 1 pixel away from
Orbital Ray.
Orbital Ray's coming in. I mean, Pax chilling on this little speed ring too. He's gonna escort himself to the high ground. The Blizzard gets on to the point. Stelios gets out of there alive too. Doesn't even use the Blizzard. Might want to throw it out though. It's going pretty low. In fact, an orbital ray being used for FT God pretty late into this fight. And that bomb's gonna be really hard to deal with. A lot of healing coming through though. And a giant rampage from Crocs just sends them all to the Shadow Realm. Those Metaboiz just fall over. That was an amplified damage and healing technically Ray coming through from FD God, but they are still gonna lose this one.
Holy cow.
Oh,
GCP's gonna commit the sound barrier. That's crazy.
Therion comes back. It's a headshot on Fake Jake. I have spoken too soon. Somehow Team Peps have managed to regroup as a 5-man unit. Therion eventually falls there to eye cab, but Crocs is still alive and well on the point. Just pure hard carry mode on the tank roll right now. He's another knife. Is that another kill? Yeah, it is. Crocs is just dominating on the Queen.
What the heck? This is the longest fight on a Clash point I have seen yet. Even watching the replays of the Hanaoka and Throne of Anubis that we didn't get a chance to see on stream, these points go fast. And that was the most ultimates I've seen committed. That was almost a full 10, I think, from both teams using everything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much. GCB's off the Lucio now too. Onto the Ana to try and get an anti on the Queen. All right, where's Crocs going? What adventure he's on to next? Oh, killing your supports. That's where he's going. And guess what he's got? Another rampage. Oh, goodbye, Fake Jake. This is available.
My goodness.
This is just chaos. This is actual TDM or ground war gameplay right now. 16 versus 16. Modern Warfare 2. Ground war action. There's another checkpoint, by the way. So 3-0. Crocs is in the spawn.
He's gonna rampage the spawn.
Surely not. Blizzard use the lucky escape tunnel there under that last point. Stelios down. Surely Fake Jake survives. Maybe not. Kitsune rush as well. This is chaos. Absolute chaos. All right.
Oh,
well, unfortunately for Metaboiz, this progress is going to regress now, and Team Peps have ults. Surely this isn't a 5-0.
It might be. It might be our first 5-0 on the broadcast. Fake Jake
they got
is dead.
2 ticks already. There's 2 orbital rays. Fake Jake down. Centralapan in the front line, just going golden and hopefully going beast mode, using the ult as much as possible. Crocs gets booped away, but that Terror Surge, Crocs is more than happy to kind of fight into it. And taking out the reserve. It was kind of dancing with death there at the very end. The Fake Jake just gets a meat shot. Okay. When will it end?
Here you go. Point number 4. It's gonna end when this map is over. In
Okay. That's facts.
seconds.
Got Socrates in the voice comms right now.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. GCB's on Brig. Someone please deal with Crocs. If they can regroup, it takes a long time, by the way, to capture this last point. Okay, it's finally ending. Everybody take a sigh of relief, a breath of fresh air, perhaps. as we just had a 5-minute fight on point E.
Holy
Team
cow.
Peps are on match point, so not match point, I suppose, game
Map
point.
point.
Map point, yeah, that's
Map
it.
point? I mean, you just regroup here at this point.
What a spear! Nice spear and still is a little
bomb!
180. Self to, yeah, the little pulse bomb there. Just stick on Croc's POV perma. Just perma Croc's POV right now. Where's he going? You got a one-way ticket to Frantic Town, my son. GCB gets knifed. What? 360 axe? Misses. All good though. You're chilling. Fake Jake dead. Point capping by Team Peps. Stelios also killing iCav off screen somewhere. Don't know where it was, but it was a kill. It'll do.
Oh, they are almost done with this map. I mean, Fake Jake gets to come in with the Venture Ultimate Tectonic Shock, maybe able to just get the kills it needs.
Nice spear. All right, FT God does manage to kill the Orisa.
You've got
Point's
Orbital
gonna get
Ray
capped
now.
again. Crocs is still not dead. Crocs is still running. And now he can rock the satellite vector on that point too. Fake Jake has got the Tectonic Shock, but it's going to be hard to fight into Peps now. And Crocs is on another adventure. So bracing. Oh, you're dead. There's absolutely no way. Nice little axe once more. Rampage available. Little Pog spawns and back does find one kill. There's the Rampage. Here's Fake Jake. Got to chase him down, and FD God ends up killing him. That's a crazy story right there. A crazy turn of events when Jake gets killed by FD God, that's for sure. And Crocs ends up getting 2 Gracie kills, and that might just be Team Peps winning this round and winning this in this map as well. A rally coming in from the Brig. A pack switched over to the Sombra to get the manual hack, and that'll be it. An unbelievably chaotic affair. A bit more of a fever dream than I hoped it would be. For our first Throne of Anubis on the main broadcast, but you know what? I had fun. It was a good time.
I had so much fun. Thank you, Crocs, for your service to society, for all of the crazy gameplay. The Junker Queen was sick. I'm here for whatever Crocs is gonna feed us. Cook, son, please.
Please cook
like,
him.
we want everything.
Well, we're 2-0. We're 2-0 just like that. A 5-1. It was almost a 5-0. That would have been a pretty insane way to end that map, but they
That'd
let
be
them
crazy.
get one. Even though I think Crocs must have had the most ultimates in that game. It was at least the biggest impact of ultimates
Jeez,
at the
it
very
felt
least.
like every other fight there was a rampage.
Had gold damage though as well. Like there's no doubt this guy wasn't gold damage. This was insane too. Like that is a
Let's play the game right there.
double damage rampage with the healing, and you were just not dying. Like there's no way. Just a Crocs highlight reel now. The amount of Gracies he was hitting too. The amount of jagged blades was kind of insane. Good job,
It's
Team
just
Peps.
so
Okay.
difficult to actually get a kill with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially against a team that's pretty mobile. Yeah, I mean, look.
Yeah.
At this. I mean, this is so stupid. Nice dodge actually. Went whoom, straight to the right. Dodged out of the sleep dart. Especially as you're sped up like that, it's kind of hard sometimes for the Arna to hit a JQ. Very slim hitbox compared to many of the other tank picks.
I feel like we are getting just a little taste of what's to come. If they win this map, I think Crocs is the player of the match.
Crocs is already my player of the match.
I think
Well, he's done.
it's set in stone already. It's written in the sand.
Romani taking notes here. Or maybe Crocs took notes from Romani. Not sure. But it was a good time. It was a good time. That was Thrown in Anubis, and if you only just tuned in, you were like, oh, I can't wait to see some Clash today. Well, it just finished. It was a rather quick one, a 5-1 for Peps. Metaboiz with another map choice. At least they got a point on the board. It was a rough game versus Virtus Pro. They didn't get a single point against them, but you know, it is VP after all, an extremely dominant team, and has been on the up and up since they got picked up by the org. We'll see where we're going to go. We're going to jump to a quick break. You can all take a breather. You can just chill out for just a moment. I'm going to take a peek at the tank, see what's going on with the fish, and yeah, we'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. A pretty crazy last map, that Throne of Anubis. We are going to Watchpoint, Gibraltar as our potential last map, as Metaboiz have picked once again. A bit more dive heavy now. We'll see what Crocs wants to play. I think that's going to be the big question mark. Lil Winston.
I think we see Crocs on his 6th hero of the match, and I think you're right about it being Winston.
It's 100. Like he's pretty much played everything so far. However, he could play a little bit of something else. He could play Sigma. Could play.
I don't know if I would want to see the Sigma on Gibraltar. I'm not gonna.
Could play Hog again. Could play Hog again. Could play Zarya. I wouldn't say Zarya's a good pick on this map, but it would be fun.
It would be funny. Sure would. We got a sub also, I guess it's worth calling out here. Instead of Centralapan in that tank position for Metaboiz, it is going to actually be Poro Plays that's going to be taking up that tank role. So I think this is definitely part of the plan for Metaboiz. Try to see if they can actually get this dive to work to keep themselves in this match, but I think it's going to have to be off of those main tank picks.
Yeah. That's really going to determine how the pace of the map goes. As always, I mean, tanks really are the pace setters. Poro Plays, yeah, Poro Winston. A little bit of dive here. It's nice to see a little bit of Gibraltar. I'm curious if we're going to see a little bit of Widow. I would hope so. But with the way Crocs was playing, what's Crocs really going to play? Honestly, the Winston, like, it used to be a pretty damn good Winston player a long time ago. Played Angry I was going to say Attack on Titans. Angry Titans. Certainly because I started rewatching the final series. That would be pretty cool. Hey, well, that would be pretty sick, just saying.
Free ideas.
Free ideas, right here. They're not listening, but free ideas. Let's have a look at what defense is going to hold for us. Yep, Crocs on the Winston. It's kind of known for his Winston back in the day.
We got double snipe. Oh, come on, Stelios.
Close. I mean, Stelios is a good sniper player too, so...
Could you imagine double sniper double sniper dive Winston on this map?
Yeah, I mean, very doable.
So long ago. I miss it.
Yeah, Stelios playing Tracer. I feel like you almost have to have a Tracer, but it's good to see a little bit more Hanzo play too from a pack. Not sure ICAV is going to stick on the Torb, but a small teleport for fake Jake to get Texol and GCB over to the side. Over the high grounds, there it is. Okay, a little TP.
But we're not going to see the Juno from either team, and it makes a lot of sense because we are going to see the Winston, so if you want to try to play a little bit more of a dive-oriented team, the Ana and the Brig are a little bit more survivable than something like the Juno. Juno is very easily taken apart by a well-executed dive, even if you have the Brig to help save you.
It's so awkward peeking that angle there as the Widowmaker because you're so close to like falling off of that high ground, and so you have to like weirdly slow peek. Crocs is in trouble, 27 HP, and he's in the bubble too. I mean, you're not getting any support there, and it looks like Zero and FD God were trying to get to him. ICAV, grapple shot, doesn't find anybody. Stelios does take care of fake Jake though, so okay, Widow on the point now. ICAV pushing the payload.
Metaboiz making a little bit of progress here, but you still have to deal with the antis onto GCB and Texol. Crocs is not going to let that go. Yeah,
control this high ground is so important. The longer you can control this high ground as the Ana Brig, the better. Like, you're going to be in such a good spot to delay a lot of time, because if you are on the attack, like, Metaboiz have to clear the high ground. Like, you cannot let the Ana Brig, like, get blue box. You cannot let them just freely rotate. If you push the payload, yeah, that's great, but as soon as you do, they're going to look at you down from blue box, and they're going to just surround you pretty much. So it does take them, it will take you a long time to dislodge them. You don't get, like, a clean wipe. There is the nano boost though. Good nade coming in from Zerion, keeps FD God alive. However, a nano primal rage, pretty tough to deal with the best of times, but a rallying Brig sometimes is all you need. FD God getting kept alive right now, but fortunately for Poro Plays, Texol is there to help out with the damage and even the nade too onto Zerion. Good nano engage from Metaboiz as they get the payload rocket.
Should be another recontest that can come through though from Team Peps, and that's going to be 3 ultimates, 4 actually, that they're going to be able to work with. This rally could be very big here for GCB if they're able to get it online in time, and You have to back up here with the dragons coming your way.
Yeah, can't peek aggressively. Oh, pulse bomb.
No way.
Straight into the health back as well. So it was only a fraction of a second that he lost health. ICAV with good sights, nice headshot to Stelios, but I mean this nano boost, I'm not sure you're going to be around for much longer, sadly. Crocs with 2 kills on the Nano Winston, and a third, the Nano wears off.
Crocs has Primal Rage now too for this last minute and 15 seconds. Big defensive setup here too for Team Peps as they're able to get that high ground above that point. Jake can't even get away either, so that's a huge stagger to allow Team Peps to just keep fortifying this high ground.
Yeah, Zerion and FD God are back on heights. They're gonna have to clear this again. It takes them so long to do so. And when I say clear, I mean ICAV hopefully landing a headshot. Comes the rally. Really defensive use of it too. You can see it was just for Crocs basically diving in. So Metaboiz not gonna be able to make good use of this overhealth. So as ICAV will, but what, you survived one
that
body shot, couple body shots by the hand.
Seriously, that was so bold.
30 seconds, Rose. They've lost their tracer. I mean, Metaboiz, this is all falling apart for them.
And they're gonna have, so like, Metaboiz on this attack push, as long as they don't lose anybody else, get the nano, they've got the primal. Poros plays, gonna have to pop the primal immediately. So low.
Nano boost. Oh no, I think Stelios woke up the sleeping primal monkey. Nice little nade, but Zerion's already dead. Oh, that could have cost them dearly. Stelios with those little pulse pistols woke up Horo plays pretty quickly after he's slept by the Ana. Cross has still got the primal rage, however, as Zerion and Pack are going to spawn, so a lot of time can be delayed. However, with FD God dead, that time is going to dwindle as Croc receives no healing. And in OT, we see Metaboiz cap.
Oh, you're right. Like, an overextension there is going to cost Team Peps that defensive hold and allow Metaboiz this extra chance to make it through the second objective. Sightlines here too, very good for ICAV.
Good kill.
Wow, Stelios from the top rope.
Stuck the shield. That would have been a sick double kill actually, but stuck the shield in the end. Pulse bomb onto Crocs. So overstaying is welcome in the back line by the looks of it. Sight's active. Stelios knows he's been spotted. Sleep onto Poro plays and a couple of storm arrow shots and a headshot too at the very end of that. Good whip shot from FD God to finish off the Winston.
Payload inching ever closer to that second point, but you still have to wait for the rest of the respawns. It's gonna be like this though, when you've got the Hanzo and the Widowmaker, you're really just hoping for one team to get a pick and initiate the rest of the fight. Widowmaker a little bit more necessary to get those headshots.
Classic point B Gibraltar. Nano boost, they're ready for an engage, looking like they want to try for something here. Could need some serious help on Crocs right now. He's been antied. Nano boost deployed. Oh, to FD God, but he got slept. Eventually woken up, but GCB with a nano of his own ends up cleaning on up. A double kill for the Brig. Yeah, FD God getting nanoed there. I think the sleep and the nano basically hit the same time, so not a position that Texol, sorry, that Zerion thought he'd be in.
Couple of swaps though, as we look at some of these respawns. ICAV going over to the Genji to get off of the Widowmaker, and then we're also going to see Zerion switch off of the Ana and go over to the Kiriko. So Kiriko able to at least swift step back into this fight, keep this defense, and now it's going to be 35 seconds left for Metaboiz to try to capture the second objective. And they are
so far behind.
Yeah, they're staring at a lot of ults here. Not only do you have to cross all of this territory, but you also have to deal with Crocs' Primal Rage and a rally from FD God.
Fake J with the pulse. Their only real hope here of killing FD God. Stelios lands a pulse on the ground and Pack finishes off Texol and an easy kill. Oh, FD God dies with rally though, as they're getting stuck by Fake Jake, so that was the miracle play they were hoping for, but Stelios has already claimed 2. Team Peps, the health bar is dwindling now as Poro plays pulse the Primal Rage. FD God going down there with the rally is what is going to cost them big. Crocs' Primal Rage is good enough for some stall here as FD God comes back. He's dealing with ICAV right now, but he's sent pretty low. Crocs is still able to pick up a kill onto Poro Plays, though, as the Primal Rage does come to an end eventually. ICAV does find the reset killer onto Pack, and now Crocs is just trying to play around his bubble to stay alive on the point, waiting for these reinforcements to come in. Zerion quick with the swift step onto the point, quickly dealt with, though, by Tech Soul, who lands a kunai straight to his dome. FT God's still alive as well, providing a lot of aura healing for the rest of the team, and this is going to be where Team Peps end up holding. Only now having to deal with ICAV, eventually hacked 1% towards the blade. And Metaboiz can't get that point 2 completed as Team Peps hold.
There was a lot more meterage, I think, than what Metaboiz thought that they would be able to get as well. They looked like they were about to get full held on that first point. And then maybe a couple of missteps here or there by Team Peps, giving them a little bit of breathing room to actually make it closer to the second objective. Boy, scrappy nonetheless, but I think Team Pep certainly have the ability to make it to that line in the sand.
Yeah, it felt like that first point would have been held, right? I mean, that small...
It really did.
Small mistake. It is sometimes pretty hard if a sleep comes in. You're also shooting at the Winston. Celios waking up the sleeping Primal Rage. Might not have been the difference maker, of course. There were lots of factors still there, but that was just the one that was most apparent on our screens at the time. See what Team Peps want to do. FD got hovering the Weaver. We saw this in their game the other day against One Man Army. And they got full held. How is Hanzo eating through the mask? I do not know.
The mask is just...
it's an illusion.
Illusion, yeah, in your mind.
Okay. Is FT Gold going to stick? That's the question. I'm waiting with bated breath. I mean, maybe if it's just for the first small little bit. Boost people up onto high ground would make sense. I mean, you boost Crocs up. Yeah, there you go. Woo! Straight over the top. But does he stay?
He's staying.
Looks like he's going to, yeah. FT Gold. All right, clearly something that Peps have practiced. Still petal platform there, getting a nice bit of high ground too, although Croc's taking most of his health as he jumped off the platform.
Well, you know, honestly, if anything, it does allow Orisa to get this verticality a little bit faster. Instead of having to walk up all of those stairs, you can just use that pedal platform to boost up the Orisa like we saw to that first overpass. But then you also are able to get the Orisa up to blue box if you really want to.
Yeah, I definitely see the vision. Whee! Look at that. Oh, didn't quite make it over to there, but it's exactly what you were saying, right? Like, just get him up onto high ground and then try and dominate from here. Yeah, good luck hitting a winner like that. That's a few nice shots, a couple of spears thrown towards the server room. And ICAV in trouble. Yeah, look at that, playing super far back, just constantly poked out by Pack. Pack launches one more arrow, even a deflect, kind of a ricocheting storm arrow will get him. Tree available in 10% as well. FT God right now just trying to body block Zerion.
Yeah, honestly, these pedal platforms have been incredibly annoying.
Yeah, FT God's going to play on it as well as that tree has been deployed in server. Nature trying to reclaim what man built. Zerion takes down a GCB, but yeah, the tree, it does this big, like, pulsating heal, but if the burst damage, which it is there realistically from, like, Poro Play and Fake Jake, the tree is not much use. On top of that, the Arno too, the answer is pretty nice. 2 minutes to go. FT God switching over to the Juno, keeping up on life.
Well, it's going to be Juno and also Winston. So Crocs is also going to give up the Orisa play, which means that you don't necessarily need the Life Weaver for the increased verticality. So I like the Juno just a little bit better. They got to wait out these sites, though, that ICAV has just let loose. Don't want to accidentally give over a head. That was bold.
Oh.
Stelios, Pack, come on now.
Yeah, Pack peeks right into that one, hoping maybe gets a random arrow off.
Maybe the Winston bubble, though, too. Maybe you were expecting that to actually come up and protect you, so those sites aren't actually as big of a deal either.
Yeah, maybe. I wouldn't test it, though.
Bold, though.
ICAV with a good shot. All right, minute 30 to go. Waiting for Pack to kind of respawn it. Peps don't really want to lose anybody else, but Metaboiz are making it hard for them to be in a position where they can aggress. So yeah, ICAV getting chased out right now. Just a classic loop around as the Widowmaker. Yep, you're going to die eventually. Eventually, the monkey will find you. Minute 15 seconds to go. Server room in control of Metaboiz right now. Rally deployed. Same with that nade. A very early one from Texol, but it does keep them healthy. See the rest of them team joining them to receive some of that overheal, overhealth, sorry.
Oh, waiting for that Winston to jump in though.
Nanobu's deployed onto Poro, plays, pulse bomb. Oh, it does land too. Fake Drake weaving that one in. Caught Pack's toe there or something. FD God using those gliders to full effect, just dodging out of the way of Poro plays. A lot of support for Team Peps as they close on in on this first point. Poro plays unable to lock anybody down, and FD God once again slipping away as Crocs comes up with a two-piece.
There you go. 28 seconds left, but plenty of time to actually get this first point, and you're also gonna get a nice stagger onto Texel. Pack is switched over to the Sombra, so no more Hanzo here. The Sombra would be great because you are almost guaranteed to get an EMP up in this 2-minute 40 time bank, maybe even 2, if you are able to build that up quickly enough. And that just could be the fight winner that you're looking for. Metaboiz used everything in the tank in order to try to hold on to that first point defense.
Good hack.
Yeah, and Fake Jake is dead. This is even more time here for Team Peps.
Manual hacks are really nice. You hide on high ground, right? Permit in stealth, and then as soon as someone tries to get on, you hack them, they insta-die. ICAP dead as well, so both EPS and Metaboiz dead. Short lead there from Crocs, not exactly what he wanted, but he's going to hold this door with this bubble.
And that's point. That's almost point. That's almost map and match.
Playing a little saucy right now. Yeah, let's do this pulse bomb. Someone's going to touch from Metaboiz. Good stick on the break though. Insta-killing GCB. Zerion also ends up going down, and Stelios now on the point trying to cap. I mean, Crocs Pack, they're pretty close to this EMP, so they can make good use of it, but they might not even need it, to be fair. Fake Jake throws out a last-ditch attempt pulse bomb, and it is all Team Peps on Watchpoint Gibraltar. They finish out that series 3-0. A confidence builder for the team after they got knocked down into this situation by a one-man army. And there it is. They're going to get their chance to move on through and get a rematch, too, against the team.
This full French squad is in full force. Very cool to see Team Peps go back to their roots to have all of these French players. And also when it felt like their backs were against the wall with trying to figure out what to do for this OWCS stage. Danny, Crocs though, come on, you get to see your Reinhardt, you got to see your Roadhog.
Danny's
what
happy.
more could
Look
you
at that
want?
smile on his face.
I said it was it? Oh no, Wasp was the most entertaining. I take the fight. I think this was the most entertaining. I saw all of my favorite tanks being played, and also Crocs. That guy is
Kind of dominated, actually.
Yeah, he was dominating. Oh my god.
On the Queen on Throne of Anubis was crazy. Like, the guy just didn't stop. Every time a cooldown was up, he was going. Go.
I think Anubis was like the moment where Crocs was like, hey guys, hold my drink. Let me go.
Yeah, exactly.
I got
He's
this. I got
ready.
this. Fantastic stuff from Team Peps, and definitely well-deserved win. 3-0 victory for Peps. Very entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of insane too, because now they get to face one-man army again. They got denied. One-man army denied them the reverse sweep in that series. They went all the way to Watchpoint Gibraltar of all maps and first held them. So this one-man army versus Peps game is going to be the one to watch for Group B. That being the last one that decide a match. It's gonna be a banger for sure. And if Crocs can turn up like he has here on the Queen, like, dude, it's gonna be
definite chance that, you know.
It's gonna be he's gonna be the difference maker for the squad for sure.
All vibes. Is that what you said?
Yeah, he's a
was
vibes
like, all
player.
vibes.
Clearly a vibes player. Just picking what he wants, picking the hog. I'll just go Queen. I'll just do this. Like, I'll just play every tank. It's whatever.
But he's got the skill to back it up too. It's not just the vibes to be able to pull out some of these more off-the-cuff heroes, but it's also like the whole Throne of Anubis was a highlight reel for Crocs as Junker Queen. It was phenomenal. Like, really just a star player of that map. And even heading into this Gibraltar was like more lights out play here on the Winston.
That FD God stick, like, he stuck it, and then FD God pop rally, like, almost the same. Like, that was almost that point as well. Like, FD God losing the rally, which was really the win con for that fight, but yeah, nice job there.
Bit unfortunate, you know. I heard you guys talking about maybe Crocs is gonna pull out every single tank here.
Yeah, we didn't quite see it.
so
It was
sad.
close.
Wait, which ones did we miss? It was six.
Zarya.
Zarya.
Yeah, kind of.
Yes.
But hey, any guesses on player of the match? Hey, here we go.
No.
Crocs.
Easy
God.
for Crocs, honestly. Look at that, 3.2 KD, damage mitigated. Oh, that's a tank player right there. More damage than damage mitigated. Good stuff from Crocs all around. Look at that.
Oh,
Ooh.
disgusting.
Spice. It's pure spice.
I mean, Jack, you were talking about now they're going up against a rematch against Woman Army next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is going to be the big game, yeah.
The winning factor for Team Peps for the rematch.
I mean, as long as Crocs just keeps doing this, keeps the unbridled aggression, I think that's the main aim of the game. Like, the guys permit in the backline, just like really pushing spawn. Like, who does that? Crocs right there is like in the enemy spawn while the rest of his team are kind of trying to fight for position. Like, this is what you need. You need the pure vibes tank player to come in and just lay down the law, seriously. Because one-man army, I'm not too surprised they went that far. I think the Peps are a really good squad, but one-man army are the real, like, they are biting at the heels of team, like, VP. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a banger.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree. It is going to be a banger. That is coming in the near future. For now, it's time for the interview with our player of the match. Crocs is on the line for the post-match interview. There you go.
Oh, look at that!
Crocs.
The king's wearing his crown.
King. Can you describe to us your costume? What is this? No, keep it on. Keep it on, please.
It's nothing. It's my leaf crown, gold leaf crown.
My God, dude, you look fantastic, and with the shades as well, bro. Big congratulations on getting this win. I'm just gonna start off with a simple question. We've seen you flex onto different heroes, all the tanks. What is your personal favorite to play? Because you seem to dominate on all the heroes that we've seen today.
My favorite today was Queen, but in my heart, still Raw Dog, best hero in the game.
Yeah.
So true, so factual for that one. Look, you're facing a one-man army again. You got denied the reverse sweep. Like, how are you guys feeling loaded into that? Because this was it was kind of dominant. Like, you guys kind of rolled through Metaboiz, a 3-0. You yourself were just, like, popping off. Like, very well-deserved, obviously, player of the match. But one-man army are going to be a complete different beast. Any kind of new approach that you're going to roll into the next match with?
Yeah, I mean, I will say it there, but like our honeymoon phase is over, so I'm kind of sad. we need to adjust a lot of things now that everybody pick up the meta that we were like rolling everybody on EU server since 2 weeks. Everybody play Orisa, so I'm a bit sad now when they all say it will not work. But against Aoma, we're just gonna roll. Honeymoon over maybe, but new team will come out of this and easy win. Like Aoma who?
That's fair enough. Well, especially if you guys keep playing like that, Crocs, I feel like you have a really good shot to win against a one-man army. But I want to hear from you. How has it been playing with this new Pep squad that you guys have created for the OWCS Stage 4?
I mean, it's fantastic. Speaking French, be able to insult each other, but with respect, important. Insult with respect because we're French. And like, it's so funny. We're just going Napoleon War style on the enemy team, having fun, laughing. Perfect.
Okay.
Sounds like a great time.
Great. It sounds like a great time. It sounds like you guys are vibing, and it's definitely working. We saw that today. Hey, Crocs, big congratulations again on getting this win. And I'm really, really excited to see more from you and your squad.
Thank you. Thank you for the cast.
All right,
and,
thank you so much.
See you against Aoma. Maybe Og, maybe Orisa, maybe Junker Queen. Who knows?
Zarya, Sigma, no?
Junker Queen.
every single team. No?
What is this?
Thank you so much.